Hey, this is Elliot from VictoryCharts.com, and today I just want to talk to you about some simple methods and ideas that can really save you a lot of time and money when it comes to trading and choosing your trading style. So I just have some PowerPoints here. I'm going to run through them and talk about some different ideas. So trading is 80% psychological. Some would argue that it's much more psychological, and I would tend to agree, but for the most part I'd say 80% is a safe number. And you need to learn some market concepts that can save you tons of time and money. And I'm going to prove these concepts using data. I'm not just going to tell you, okay, this is how it has to be, and this is how, this is the only way you can make money. And I'll even show you why trading psychology is so important by looking at trade data. And last thing is, there's always a give and take in trading. Very rarely can you have anything or everything you want in a system. There's always a give and take, whether it's high profit potential, low win percentage, or winning a lot of trades but having small profits. And I'll show you more about what I mean in a later slide. So number one, entries matter, but exits matter more to your psychology. So you need to decide what kind of trade management you want to employ. Do you want a higher number of trades, or do you prefer longer term trades? And what kind of parameters are you really comfortable with? And I emphasize really, because you could say, oh, I can only win 50% of the time, but do you realize how many losses in a row you could take with a 50% win rate? And we'll take a look at that. And this all has to do with your personality. Number two, what kind of trading style do you like? Are you a trend trader? Are you a swing trader / longer term trader? Or are you a counter trend trader? And we have all of these systems here at Victory Charts, so any system that fits your personality. The market is always changing. So I recommend trade a concept, which is static. And what I mean by this is you can throw up a moving average system on a chart, and if the market is trending, it's going to make money. But the minute the market begins to go sideways, that system will lose all the money it made and more. And when it's going sideways, you could probably throw up an RSI indicator and make a ton of money too. But the minute the market begins to trend, the same will happen. You're just going to lose money on a system that's not really fit for that market condition. So what is the answer? Trade a concept. And this may not seem like a real profound idea, but it makes a lot of sense, and you'll see that more with our trade style here. And so what I mean by that is there are certain concepts that will always stay true no matter what the market is doing. And so this is what our indicators are based on. They're not based on just a one-time signal that may work once in a while. It's a concept, and it has to do with you learning how the market really works in order for you to be successful. So the trend trader pack, there is a higher level trend always in place, as shown by the trend map. And when the faster trend falls in line with this, it provides harmony between the trends, and it increases your odds. So it's kind of like swimming, with the current rather than against it. The RTM trader pack, this uses support and resistance, which will never go away in the market. These zones find areas of support and provide you with key levels to trade around. Support and resistance, I like to say, is the market language, and if you listen to it, it can really tell you a lot. And then lastly, there's the swing trader concept. The markets can either be expanding and contracting, and that's all it can ever do. So the idea is to enter in on a contraction phase and then profit on the expansion phase, whether it's an up move or a down move. And now the hard part, trade management. So as I've said, this is all personality based. I could tell you to cut losers and let profits run like every book does, but why is that so hard? Because this may not fit your personality. You may like to take quick profits and have a higher win percentage, or you may like to have large winners relative to your risk but a low win percentage. You just need to decide what you can handle, so no matter what, you are completely comfortable with the trade and have a clear method that you believe in. I will show you what you can expect from each of these approaches. So let me save you tons of time and money. Our mission here is to cater to every different personality type and provide a trading method that fits any of those personalities. With all of our packages, these trade management rules will apply. So we have small profits, lots of trades, and this is what people call scalping. So the pros of a scalping system is a high win percentage, a steadier equity curve, and easy to trade because it has a high win percentage. The cons is you have to take a bigger loser relative to your winners to obtain this high win percentage, and this means that one loser could set back two winners. There's more commissions involved with this, and you have a lot less room for error because the margin of profit is smaller. I'll show you what I mean. So here's the scalp system, and here's a performance report. So we can see the high win percentage. We can see that right there, 75%. And we can also see the average trade profit is $33 per trade. So that may not seem like a big deal, but when you start to add slippage and commission, it can slowly take away from that $33. This leaves a little room for error, as I said before. And we also see down here that the max losers in a row is only 2, which is good because that's not really a big drawdown to sit through. But ask yourself, can you let one loser undo 2 winners? So you can see here that the average losing trade is $284, whereas the average winning trade is $140. So that would quite literally be one loser will undo 2 winners. And these system parameters are a trend following system in gold, and it uses a % trailing stop, and the stop loss is the opposing signal. So here we have a trade system that has larger winners compared to the losers, and you can see that this system made money also. We have a lower win percentage as expected, around 42%. We have a much higher average trade profit, about $68. So this leaves a little bit more room for error, such as slippage or commissions or just mistakes that you may make. And but what I want to point out here is the max consecutive losers in a row, and that number is 6. So you got to ask yourself, can you handle that? If you risk on average $250 a trade, that could be a total of $1,500 drawdown. If the answer is yes, then this system may fit your style. Also, there's the other side of that coin. Can you let your profits run? Which is a lot harder sometimes, because the minute you go positive, you tend to want to take profits. So can you let a trade that you're up $500 on retrace $200? And these are all questions you need to ask yourself, and probably trade some to get the experience to answer them. So this is just the truth. It's general trade logic. The truth is there are concepts here that are true across all markets, and you could see it between stocks, options, and futures. If you have closer targets than stops, the target has a higher probability of being hit. If your stop is closer than your target, then your stop has a higher probability of being hit. Now obviously it's not that cut and dry. There are other factors that come into play, like the trend and how strong it is, but for the most part that holds pretty true across all markets, especially options. So you have to choose what you want: a higher win percentage but lower profit potential, or a lower win percentage and a higher profit potential. And this is what I talked about in the beginning when I said everything has a give and take. It's really hard to have the best of both worlds. And so all of our packages and indicators are built to fit any trading style. These have been tested using various management techniques, so it really comes down to what your personality can handle. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.